Interviews with business owners and veteran executives who share their wisdom and expertise to help you de-stress, free up time, and make more money. Profits of IT. Welcome back to Profits of IT. I'm Jim Punzenberger, the founder of the Managed Prospecting System and the author of B2B Gold from LinkedIn and email. Today I have Chris with me. Chris, why don't you introduce yourself?
Great. Well, Jim, thank you for this opportunity. I'm honored to be able to join your podcast and look forward to our conversation. So as you mentioned, my name is Chris Chirgwin. I am the CEO and owner of Lanspeed. We are an IT services company, primarily a managed service provider located on the Central Coast of California.
The Central Coast. Got it. Tell us a little bit about yourself outside of business. What are your interests other than business?
Well, I have been married for 18 years and have 3 daughters. So I am really outnumbered at home. I just keep my head down and say yes a lot. That's right. I love spending time with my family. I'm very active in coaching youth sports, primarily soccer. I actually run a soccer club on the side, and I really enjoy doing that. I also enjoy hiking, backpacking, just outdoor activities. Any chance I can get to be outdoors and being active and athletic are just things that I enjoy.
Cool. And so, Lanspeed, you've been, how long have you guys been in business?
Well, we have been here for a very long time. The company was originally founded in 1983 by another individual that still lives in this area. He formed the company back then, and I joined as an employee in 1999. And then in 2005, he decided to retire, and I had the opportunity to acquire the business from him then. And so I've been the owner since 2005. And so we have been around for several decades.
38 years, it sounds like.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, that's a long time, especially in the technology business.
It is. Yeah, we've seen a lot of changes over the years, obviously.
I bet you have. So what would you say is your superpower when it comes to business, and how can others gain knowledge or insight from that to save time, reduce stress, or make more money in some way?
I would say for us, what maybe differentiates us or what makes us a little bit unique would be that we really strive to live our core values here at our company. And it's not just, we just don't have signs up on the wall. We don't just occasionally talk about it, but literally every day there are conversations going on. There's interactions with our clients, vendors, and partners and coworkers that really all are aligned with what our core values are at our company. And those 5 core values, the first one is be humble. The second one is pursue excellence. The third one is to focus on building relationships. The fourth one is to enjoy our work. And the fifth one is to have integrity in all that we do. And so we strive to do really everything within the organization to align with those core values and really put those core values first and foremost. And so how that translates into success is when I look at my team that we have here. As I mentioned, I took over the business in 2005. At that time, we just had a handful of employees. And so we've grown steadily since then. But the average tenure for our employees here is 8 years, which is pretty unique in the IT industry to have, your employees that are at one place that long. So a lot of loyalty there. When I look at our client base, many of our clients have been with us for over 2 decades. And I think that ties in with our emphasis on building relationships where we really strive to not only obviously provide excellent service, technical service for our clients, but we really want to get to know them as individuals. We want to understand how their business operates and what's important to them. And so taking the time to really build those relationships has been extremely fruitful for us. And it's not a short-term game. It's when you're focused on relationships, it really takes time. It takes years, and
Uh-huh.
but over time, it creates a lot of stability. It creates a lot of loyalty, and it pays off in the long run. And so, those are areas that we focus on. I mentioned also that the humility is kind of a unique
Uh-huh.
core value. A lot of businesses don't say they,
Yeah.
be humble, but it is something that we really strive to be, or to behave like, with humility in everything that we do. And how does that translate? Well, it means that we always have a desire to learn. We always have a desire to get better. If we make mistakes, we admit those mistakes and make it right. And what our clients continually come back and tell us is that they say that our team members, the Lanspeed employees here, our technicians, everyone at the company is very approachable. And our clients always say, "You don't make us feel dumb. You don't, you don't make us feel like you're putting us down because we don't know what you know." And it's because we know that there's always more to learn, right? And so if we're open-minded and always willing to get better at what we do, willing to help others, willing to help our coworkers, it creates an environment, or it fosters a culture of just collaboration and teamwork. And you don't see the pride, you don't see the arrogance, you don't see the
Hmm.
overconfidence. And so anyway, I think the culture that we've built here based on those core values has really, I think, set us apart in many ways.
Got it. So if somebody's looking to either create those core values or maybe tweak their core values in their business, do you have any tips for doing that?
It was a process that we actively went through maybe 10 years ago. I don't remember exactly when we went through that process of defining our core values. But yeah, I would say that there are some critical steps that a business needs to take if you go through that exercise of defining your core values. And the first one is those core values have to be authentic. You can't just pluck them from air and say, "This is who we want to be." No,
Uh-huh.
it's got to be who you are, right? It's got to be sincere, authentic. And if it's not, it's those core values are quickly gonna, they're not going to be accurate because it's not who you are. So
So
that
it
would be
can't,
number one, is
just by
authenticity.
writing it on paper doesn't make it an actual core value. You have to,
Exactly.
it
Yeah,
has to actually be a value that's that is part of your business.
that's exactly right. Yeah, 100%. And then, the other thing is, it can't just be a one-time exercise, and it can't just be, well, let's just check that box and move on. No, it has to be fundamental within your organizations. You have to live those core values out every single day. You have to be proactive in continuing to communicate those core values, to infuse those core values in everything you do, not just in service with your clients, but in your relationships with your vendors and partners and your coworkers. Everything you do needs to really be aligned with those core values, and constantly, bringing up those core values, talking about those core values, recognizing when your coworkers or employees are accomplishing those core values, and recognizing them to the team, that they're living those core values out. And so it becomes just part of the fabric of an organization. And when you can do that, then that's when you really start to see those core values influence everything you do as an organization.
Got it. So is there like a time frame for doing this and reviewing it, things like that? Do you have a recommendation on like sounds like it requires a cadence of some sort to
It does.
accomplish this? Do you have recommendations on what the cadence might be?
Yeah, so it's a great question, and there are definitely things that we do on a consistent basis to just continue to focus on those core values. The first thing that we do is We align every one of our employee annual reviews with those 5 core values that we have. And so in their review, documented, how did you do in those 5 core values this past year, right? And we discussed that. How did that employee perform when it comes to pursuing excellence, or when it comes to building relationships, right? And then setting goals in those areas to assure that we are actively working on making sure that we're accomplishing those core values throughout the year. And so there's goals that we review, those goals all aligned with those core values for every employee within the organization. Second thing that we do is, in every company meeting, we spotlight one of the core values, and we talk about how that core value was displayed over the previous month. So it might be a story of how we served a client, or what one teammate, how one teammate assisted another teammate, or whatever it might be. But we highlight a core value that was on display that prior month. The third thing we do is that our employees are encouraged to recognize their coworkers when a core value is accomplished, or when they see that core value lived out in the workplace. And so we have a portal that we can go to, anybody on our team can go to recognize what that employee did. And it allows them allows the rest of the team to be able to see, here's the recognition that your coworker gave to that person, and then that is posted in our company as well, so everybody can see. And so it's just a way to recognize, when teammates are living out those core values. The last thing I'll say is this, and this is really important. When we go through our hiring process and we're looking to add a new team member, we are filtering that applicant through those 5 core values. And we ask a lot of questions related to those 5 core values, and how that applicant responds to those questions, and how their past kind of aligns with those questions. And do we feel that that person and their personality and their skill set, does all of that really tie in with what our core values are? Are they a humble person, for example, right? Or do they come across as arrogant? And so we filter out a lot of applicants because they don't seem to fit those 5 core values. And I think that has helped us to have the longevity that we have with the team members that we have, because those team members do fit the culture of our business.
That's so aligning the team with the culture, and that their core values, or the company's core values, and the values of the employees are a fit. Or
Yes, absolutely. So important.
got it. Any other closing remarks?
Well, just again, I appreciate the opportunity to be part of this this podcast. It's being an owner and a CEO of a managed service provider is it's not for the faint of heart.
Definitely.
The industry is rapidly evolving. We have to continually look at the value that we're providing our clients, and making sure that that value is always expanding, and that the needs of our clients today and tomorrow are being met and addressed. And that takes a lot of energy and effort. It takes a lot of proactiveness. It takes a lot of that relationship building that I talked about earlier, is spending time, not just fixing problems, but really spending time with helping our clients align their goals, their business goals, with the right technology, so that the technology is helping their businesses grow and expand. And so it's fun. It's a fun industry to be in. It's challenging. It is all about serving our clients. It's about building relationships. And so just I'll wrap up saying those things, that a successful MSP, I feel, needs to make sure that they understand the importance of those relationships, understands the importance of helping their clients achieve their business goals.
Got it. And so if somebody wanted to get a hold of you, Chris, how would they do that?
Easiest way would just be to email me, Chris, CHRIS, at lanspeed.com. And Lanspeed is LANSPEED.com.
Got it. Great. So if you have any questions for Chris, feel free to email him. And myself, I'm Jim Punzenberger. And if you have any questions about the managed prospecting system or generating leads and appointments without cold calling or ad spend, check out managed prospecting system, that's one word, .com. And until next time, thank you for your time, Chris. It's been great. And bye for now.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in to the Profits of IT. Please smash that like button, subscribe, and share.